Hi, folks. What a privilege it is to be able to bring another reflection to you today. I'd love to share with you a story of how God's been reminding me of the hope that we have in Him recently. As part of my work with Young Life in the area, I've been reaching out to some of the youngsters that I haven't seen in almost a year, that attended the football program that Brad Lang and myself ran twice a week at Gracemount High School pre-COVID, to see how they're doing, to check in with them, and just find out how lockdown is having its toll on them. Because I've heard a lot of stories of how kids from Gracemount High School are really struggling with lockdown. And I think it's the same across the board. So I really wanted to just check in with them and see how they were doing. And a lot of these boys were saying that they're really struggling with lockdown, mentally, physically, socially. And they're really struggling with the lack of social contact and not being able to play football with me and Brad a couple of times a week. And the funny thing was that some of these boys actually asked me how I was doing, which I didn't expect. And, as a result of that, I was able to share that my relationship with God has sustained me through this period and gives me hope that it won't last forever. And, some of these boys were really surprised to hear that they were shocked that I have a hope and I hope that this won't last forever. And that really encouraged them to maybe think that way too. And as I really thought and prayed over this and really asked God, what are you trying to teach me in this? I really felt God drew me to the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and especially verses 21 to 26. And I'm just going to read them for you now. And it says, "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore, I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." And I love these 5 verses, and verses that I read over every day just now, and just remind myself that we have a hope as Christians. And I really felt that God reminded me during these 5 verses that yes, times are tough just now, and we all can resonate with that in our own way, that times are tough. But we have a hope that is new every morning, regardless of the circumstance that we're going through. It does seem, thankfully, that we're coming towards the light at the end of the COVID tunnel. And I'm so grateful for the vaccine rollout and restrictions being slightly eased. Just things seem to be going the right way. But it's important to remember that, yes, things are going the right way, but we still have a hope that we can share with other people just now. And, I've been so blessed to have these conversations that God's put in my path with these boys that I haven't seen. And even some of my own friends, that I speak to, that I went to school with. And, some of these guys are asking the same questions as these kids. And, it's just been such a real privilege to be able to share that I have a hope. And that I can share that hope is Jesus. And, I'd love us all as we try and work through the next few weeks to, really take advantage of the opportunities that God gives us, to share the hope that we have with others, and really pray that God would open these doors for these conversations, because a lot of people have no hope just now. And we can see that as we look at the news, and we just look on social media or just look anywhere just now, there's not a lot of hope. But the good thing is that we as Christians, we have hope. So yeah, that's really encouraged me the past couple of weeks to ponder over and pray over. And I hope it's really encouraged you this morning as you listen. And yeah, I'd love to just pray to finish and pray for us all as we try and you have these conversations with people. So would you pray with me? God, I just thank you. I thank you for these verses in Lamentations 3 that remind us that we have hope as Christians, God. And I really do pray that you would open doors for conversations over the next few weeks, God, as we journey through this period of lockdown, and just really seek to follow the guidelines and just follow the rules that are in place. But God, I really do pray that you would encourage us and empower us to share the hope that we have, God, and let us not lose sight of that hope. It's a tough time for us all, God, but please just let us not lose sight of that hope and really, really take advantage of the opportunities that you're putting in our way. So, God, thank you so much for what you're doing through us and in us. Amen. Thanks for watching, and I hope this really blessed you this morning.